Thursday night to let them know that I appointed a new state attorney and introduced them to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement agents that are working on the case. And you're just, your heart goes out to them because no family ever imagines this could ever happen to their child.
Yeah, and you must have, with the stand your ground law, which may or may not apply to this case, but certainly you must have had questions about the state law before you appointed this task.
Well, what you want to make sure is you want to make sure that everybody feels comfortable with public safety in our state. And so, as you know, I put together a task force led by my lieutenant governor, who's African American, and I'm going to have different elected officials appoint individuals, but we'll look at all of it. But the first thing we're going to do is really do a thorough investigation to see what happened here. No one can imagine this happened to their family. We've got to find out exactly what's going to happen. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement State Attorney Angela Corey is going to do a great job knowing what happened and make sure justice prevails. We have to do that.
Governor, does this look like a race thing to you?
Well, there's nothing I know about that. I know we'll find that. I think we'll find that out in the investigation. Clearly, you hope it's never the case. But we'll look at all these things and find out what happens. There'll be a thorough investigation. Justice will prevail. We've got to make sure there's justice for Mr. Martin's family and also justice for George Zimmerman.
Let me ask you, one of the things that one of the criticisms has been, it took more than a month for anyone to really notice this case, and that includes you, because this week was when you appointed switched attorneys and when you appointed the task force. Why did it take you this long?
Well, first off, I don't have the authority to appoint a new state attorney unless the existing state attorney withdraws. So
you could have pushed them out sooner.
Yeah. Well, everything you do in life, I'd love it to do things faster. And you get more information and you see about problems faster. So I'd love to do things faster. The right thing happened here. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement will do a thorough investigation. They're known for that. Angela Corey is a very good state attorney who I've known for a long time. She'll do a great job. And
finally, you mentioned George Zimmerman, the man who admitted to police that he shot, claims it was self-defense. There are various things that tell us that was not the case. There have been death threats against him. Does the state feel that it needs to protect him while this case moves on, or do you know where he is? What do you know about Zimmerman?
Well, you've got to make sure there's due process. You've got to make sure there's due process for somebody that's accused of a crime. You've got to make sure they're safe. He's not been accused. You've got to make sure